So dear participants, a happy morning to one and all. We request you to kindly wait for a few more minutes as our chief guest is about to join. Thank you for joining with us. Please wait for a few more minutes so that our chief guest of today's webinar will join shortly. Thank you. Dr. Uma, you are the host now. Doctor?
Okay, sir.
Register sir, you have to convert emails course. Uma, register sir has joined Uma. In the name of Gopinath, please make him as host. Thank you.
Ma'am, we are ready, ma'am.
Yes, pa, yes, pa.
Hello.
Start பண்ணலாமா உமா?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Hello.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. It's audible?
Yes, sir. Manoj, sir,
Okay, fine.
sir க்கு கொஞ்சம் check பண்ணிடுங்க, sir.
Clear, ma'am. Clear.
Manoj, it's
We
audible?
can start, ma'am.
Manoj, is it audible? My voice is clear?
Clear, sir.
Okay.
Audible.
Okay, Manoj. Okay.
Thank you, sir. எல்லாம் வல்ல இறைவா போற்றி. Good morning to one and all present over here for this national webinar. Yoga, a panacea for metabolic syndrome. Well begin is half done. To seek the best of God Almighty, let us start the program with prayer.
योगेन चित्तस्य पतेन वाचा मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन यो वा करोत्तं प्रवरं मुनीनाम् पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलिरानतोऽस्मि ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
Today is Bharatiya Day. So let us recall the great poet, national poet Bharatiya, and with his quote, மனதில் உறுதி வேண்டும், வாக்கினிலே இனிமை வேண்டும், நினைவு நல்லது வேண்டும், நெருங்கின பொருள் கைப்பட வேண்டும், கனவு மெய்ப்பட வேண்டும், கைவசமாவது விரைவில் வேண்டும், தனமும் இன்பமும் வேண்டும், தரணியிலே பெருமை வேண்டும், கண் திறந்திட வேண்டும், காரியத்தில் உறுதி வேண்டும். With this, we'll pay tribute to the great national poet Bharatiya, and welcoming the gathering itself is an art. So gratitude is the fairest blossom which springs from the soul. To welcome the gathering, let me invite Dr. V. Duraisamy, Assistant Professor, Department of Yoga. Sir, please.
Ma'am, thank you so much, ma'am. Hari Om, Namaskaram. Very good morning to one and all. So first of all, I thank our head of the department for given an opportunity to present the welcome address. First of all, I welcome and I thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Sheila Stephen ma'am, to given a great opportunity to organize this wonderful webinar. I welcome ma'am. And I welcome that it's my great pleasure to welcome our Honorable Registrar Sir, Dr. P. Gopinathan Anna. Anything from our department we should ask, or we should anything we are giving to sir, please do for us like admission or anything. Anna, nothing to omit that. Anything suddenly he will accept. And so on behalf of our department, I welcome Anna. Then I welcome our University Control of Examiner, Dr. Ramakrishnan sir. Sir, welcome sir. And I welcome our Director of School of Distance Education, sir. Sir, I welcome sir. Then I welcome our Head of the Department, Dr. S. Selvalakshmi madam. Ma'am, welcome ma'am. Then I welcome that all professors and associate professors and assistant professors, and as well as the all guest faculty members. Also, I welcome our own department guest faculty members, Dr. Uma and Dr. Subbalakshmi madam. And I welcome the speakers of this day, Dr. E. Ramakrishnan sir and Dr. Rekha ma'am. And I welcome our university and our department students as well as all participants. Once again, I welcome to all.
Thank you, sir. So now it's the time to open our ears to hear the words which is to be poured from our today's guest. I think there is no need for introduction to him because he is a personality who is not known only in Tamil Nadu, not in southern states, all over India and all over the world. He is very popular in the field of physical education. Now, we are very proud to say we have brought him into the field of yoga also. With this, I would like to introduce our today's chief guest with a few words. Since his biodata itself, it runs for pages together for more than 10 pages. Having more than 30 years of experience as a team administrator and in all other various capacities, having produced more than near about 30 PhD scholars in the field of physical education as well as in yoga, and being holding various positions in all kinds of committees. It may be setting question papers in the state net and TRB. It may be All India University member. It may be the member in Board of Studies, Board of Examiner, PhD adjudicator. Many different things are there in his biodata, as well as he has authored more than 10 books in the field of physical education as well as in yoga, and published more than, I can say more than, because the numbers are more, papers in refereed journals, both in national and international, and conference proceedings more than 30, and conference seminar more than 50, and he has held a chairperson more than 20, and invited lectures more than 10. And coming to the academic distinction of today's guest, the awards won by him is the best researcher during the Teachers' Day in the year 2012 in Annamalai University, and outstanding NCC officer. Those who are having close association with today's guest would come to know how strict he is. So I think he is the person to who is really fit to get this title, outstanding NCC officer. And he has represented the Republic Day camp, that is the Prime Minister's rally in the year 2008. And academic council meeting, I cannot leave any university because all over in India, almost all the universities have been covered by him for any of the activities like member in question paper setting, academic council, member, board of studies, journal reviewer, and BLIT and PhD doctoral committee member, and board of selection member for CAS selection in various universities. And he is the nominee for CAS API scorer, and he works for University of Madras, which is the pioneering university over there. And to add a feather to his cap, he is the NCTE member, visiting team for various institutions, and NAC, IQAC, UPE, tender inquiry committee, ward and counseling, various things are there in his career. And this cannot be read out within a short while. With this, I am very happy to introduce our today's guest, Dr. V. Gopinath sir, who is the registrar of Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University. When I want to say one thing about him, the quote which inspired me too much is, "Be strong in what you stand for." This is the quote which I admire, and I'm inspired so much. And I'm very proud to say there are various people who will come across in our life, and this quote I have seen in the today's guest, that is, be strong in what you stand for, whatever it may be. For this long 15 years of association with him, I have seen him. He will be very strong in what he stands for. He will never give up anything, or he will never compromise for anything. This is what I have seen, and this was the one which really inspired me in him. And எண்ணிய முடிதல் வேண்டும், நல்லவை எண்ணல் வேண்டும். பாரதியார் இந்த கோட் வந்து டுடேஸ் கெஸ்ட் அவங்களுக்கு தான் வந்து ரொம்ப பொருந்தும். எண்ணிய முடித்தல் வேண்டும், நல்லவை எண்ணல் வேண்டும். இது ரெண்டுமே அவர்கிட்ட ரொம்ப அதிகமா இருக்கும். With this, I don't want to take too much of time. I invite our beloved guest of the day, Dr. V. Gopinath sir, Registrar, Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University, to deliver the inaugural and presidential address. Sir, please.
Very good morning to one and all. Thanks for the words, and made me to go back for last 30 years of what I have covered. Thanks for making me to recollect all these things. A wonderful introduction. Honorable Vice Chancellor of this great university, officers of this university, syndicate and academic council members, heads of the department, faculty members, supportive staff, organizing secretary and organizing team, Department of Yoga, uh, and guests, today's guest speakers, participants, uh, and the people those who are directly and indirectly assisting to make this national webinar to be in progress and to be success. Very good morning to one and all. It is a great honor for me to associate with this wonderful webinar organized by the uh, Department of Yoga in this fine morning. When I seeing this title of this webinar, it is itself something attractive. A panacea for metabolic syndrome. So the speaker, Dr. Ramakrishnan Raka, will speak much about that area. Though I have little knowledge, though I don't want to say little knowledge, little idea in the area of exercise physiology and yoga, combinedly with yoga, and having interest on the society, how the disease we are acquiring. It's not coming to us, we are acquiring the diseases. Most of time, we are struggled, we are put into problem, we fell into ill because of our 3 inch or 2.5 inches of tongue for taste. And the taste induces to take more food, or the unwantedly we are dumping our stomach, and that leads to some disorders with us, some metabolic problems to us. So as far as the World Health Organization, UNESCO, and other surveying department in health and wellness aspect, they keep on saying and giving alarm to India, especially the policymakers of India, regarding the uh, pronation of disease in Indian continent. Uh, so one of the major issue we are facing, as per their statement and their recommendation, is diabetic. People are saying it is a disease, it's not a disease, it is a metabolic disorder. As far as I am concerned and the physiology is concerned, it is a metabolic disorder. And that this is a chain of activity. When you receive, when you have the diabetic, and due course, it has a chain of link with the renal failure and a neuron aspect and your ophthalmic system, and finally it kills everything, all muscles and endocrine glands and everything. So it is a gateway. Metabolism is the gateway. Metabolic disorder or syndrome is the gateway for all the diseases in the human system. So what I feel personally is when you have hunger, eat. No need not go for 3 meal, 4 meals, compulsory meal by seeing the clock. Now time is 9:15. I have to go for breakfast. Now time is 12:45 to 1. I have to go for dinner. And even I have to go for a lunch or a supper. And night I must take a dinner. It's not necessary. When you feel hunger, you take some food, which is more than sufficient. But as for Indian culture, we in any family, if you go, they want to pressurize the guest as well as the housemates to give more food. They offer more food again and again. So with the love, we are also taking. We are hesitant to say no for that love. So love can be extended in different way, not by means of pushing them or pressing them to take more food. So that ultimately develop some metabolic disorder or some metabolic problems to our life regularly if you go in this way. And if you see the mothers, before when I was a child, we are blessed with 6 children together. And why my mother have no time to look into all the 6 together, all the 6 independently. So whatever she cook, it's a big miss we have. So it's a joint family. It's a big miss. So whatever we take, we go and take, we come out. But if after the cultural change and modification in this lifestyle, the independent nuclear family is arised. I'm not saying it is wrong, but when the nuclear family arises, we are stopped with even the Indian policy also says we are we to ours one, we to ours two. So 80s and 90s and 2000 we have a different slogan from the health department. We to ours two, we to we ours one. So the parental care is more now. When you increase the parental care, the childhood itself develops the metabolic disorder, because once we give the electronic gadget for them to play, it teaches the mind, brain, to think widely. First thing. Second thing, the child is sitting in a particular place more than 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and playing with the electronic gadget. So there is no expenditure of energy. There is no motor activity for them. Third thing, the excess of food what you are feeding for them, because too much of care you are giving, and that care may lead to adverse effect to child at the age of 12. Either overgrowth or obesity. If you see the school or even the elementary school, higher elementary school, or even the high schools, during 90s and 80s, probably the Dr. Ramakrishna may agree this. Hardly few students may be obese, little fat. In a class, we can find only one, maximum of two in a class. In a whole school, you can find not more than 10. But if we see, in each bench, there is minimum one, desk minimum one. It's all because of lifestyle modification, junk food, and more food we are insisting to take. We are offering high quality food for the child. I'm not saying there is compromise of quality. The quantities are combined together and affect the child to develop and to have a healthy development, either physically as well as metabolically. So I hope if the parents and the grandparents are taking necessary steps, you can extend the love to the child, but you should limit your love only for offering them the love alone. So it is better to feed the child whatever the requirements are there. So with this few words, I thank the organizing secretary as well as organizing committee members for giving me an opportunity to being with you in this morning. I congratulate the Dr. Rekha and Ramakrishnan uh, for sharing of time in this situation. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for
Thank
your
you.
inspiring words. Hope your
Thank
words
you.
will be taken into account and it will be followed. Thank you, sir. Now, we have come to the most awaiting moment. First session of the day. May I request my beloved friend and colleague, Dr. V. Doraisamy, sir, to introduce the guest resource person of the first session. Sir, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Really, I'm so happy to introduce my own friend, beloved friend, and my well-wisher, and like my family member and my student, Dr. Ramakrishnan, sir. Only just 1 minute I talk about that, Dr. Ramakrishnan, sir. He's a very good human being first. He's a first very good human being. Such a helping tendency person. And another thing is, in the age of 47 years, he done a MPhil in yoga and PhD in yoga in regular mode in our department. Single day, he never taken a leave. Such a dedicated person. Really, I proud to say that. Really, I introduced my own student. I proud to say such a regular student. And as well as basically he was an engineer in abroad. More than 19 years he was an engineer in abroad. It means you know that financially is well settled. But apart from that, he resigned his job and he came to the yoga profession. You know that very not easily to earn the money in our yoga professions. But he such a confidence he is having. So I really proud to say that and introduce my own student, Dr. Ramakrishnan, sir. Sir completed that PhD in 2017 in our department. And sir's having 5 awards like that Tirumular, such awards, Dronacharya, Yoga Bhushan, Yoga Kalaimamani Award, as well as is a best yoga teacher award on 21st June 2016. And as well as sir cleared the Quality Council of India examination in level 2 and MSc Yoga lateral entry and some other courses. That main thing is MPhil Yoga and PhD Yoga in the regular mode. Rightly, our head of the department said that Sir is a familiar yoga therapist in not only Chennai as well as abroad also. Why I am saying that during the lockdown period, Sir engaged the online classes, especially for the abroad students. So, Sir, it's really a great. Happy to introduce yourself. Sir, please, sir. Ma'am.
So now is the time for to hear from the first guest speaker, Dr. Ramakrishnan. Sir, please.
Pranam to everyone. My sincere thanks to our university, our Vice Chancellor Madam, our Registrar Sir, HOD Madam, Gurey Sir, and all the staff members, and our students, and the next speaker, for everyone. So thank you, Gurey Sir, for introducing me. Always I want to be a good student forever. So when he was talking about my regularity in the university, I want to say one word for everyone. Discipline starts from punctuality. So I will be always punctual. For any reason, I will be 15 minutes earlier, always. So that is my character. I never change from my childhood. And regarding this session, we can learn many things from our teachers. Our teacher, it will come from the heart instead of telling HOD Madam or Professor Sir and all. So teacher is the heartful word for me. So we can learn many things from the teachers. Regarding the therapy, Surya Madam took a class in our MPhil. From 2 lines, I learned how to make a therapeutic workout to come out from the stress. The wordings are very simple. If we are lacking in something, that situation makes us stress. That's all. This is a 2 line taught by her. And from the 2 line, we can develop anything. Like that, every class we will have some impression on one particular subject. Within 2-3 words, we can develop ourselves, a workout or writing or whatever it may be. As far as I am concerned, wherever I go, I am seeing any word as a therapeutic initiation. So it is a stressful situation where if we have some energy or we are sound in something, we will not be stressful. For example, if you are going to attend some therapeutic classes, if we are sound in therapy, we are not stressful. If you are going to a known place, we are not stressful. If you are going to an unknown place, we are stressful. Many things. So like that, from Gurey Sir, this digestive disorders, always he was insisting about digestive workouts in the class. Today's topic also related to digestion. It is metabolic syndrome. So today's topic, I started a therapeutic workout for the same topic approximately 5 to 7 years back. When we were getting many therapeutic members in our institute, some persons are not having cure on medications or by herbal intake or by any food changes, nutritional changes, whatever it may be. When I come across these type of members, I started about thinking about this metabolic syndrome. Unfortunately, due to this COVID situation and other things, Madam selected this topic. It is very appropriate, not only for diabetic too, for many illness. So I can go through PPT. First, I will explain about metabolic syndrome. We will have question hours, not minute, question time. Then cure for the same through our traditional yogic method. And one more question time. And the third one will be reversal of insulin resistance. So I am split it into 3 and we will have 2 timings for question. So let us go for metabolic syndrome now. Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So welcome one and all for the webinar, Panacea for Metabolic Syndrome. This is a predictor of type 2 diabetes. How it is predicted? This is the question. So before we become sick, we will have some symptoms before. All won't come in a day, whether it is obesity, diabetes, whatever it may be. Before diabetes starts, this metabolic syndrome starts. It may be some years also. Before some years, we will have metabolic syndrome. There is no doubt. I can give some case studies later. So what is metabolic syndrome? It is a cluster of metabolic risk factors which comes together to an individual person. Again, I am repeating, it comes together to an individual. The other names are syndrome X, this metabolic syndrome, hypertriglycemic waste, insulin resistance syndrome, obesity syndrome. These are the names repeated again and again throughout the slide. Okay. So what are all the clusters? It can be insulin resistance, it can be hypertension, it can be lipid disorders, stroke, diabetes, and obesity. This National Health Survey says more than 1 in 5 Americans have metabolic syndrome, in which first 3 lines are very important. Affected individuals are mostly overweight. 32% of the population in the US having metabolic syndrome. 85% of those are having type 2 diabetes. Again, I am repeating, these 2 are very important. Obesity and diabetes, it is a symptom of metabolic disorders. And as per American Heart Association, any of the three, if anybody having, they are under metabolic syndrome disease. Abnormal obesity, hip ratio, cholesterol level high, it can be LDL or HDL, BP, and fasting blood sugar. So mostly it may be who are attending now, or it can be related to them. Definitely they will have any 3 of these. 90% of the people will have 3 of these. And what are all the causes? So main cause is insulin resistance. Why insulin resistance? We can discuss. Combination of genetic factor, which include diabetes and hypertension and heart disorders, sedentary lifestyle, eating excessive carbohydrate, sleep pattern, obesity. These are all the causes. Then other than unknown causes. Symptoms. So visible symptom is obesity. There is a large waistline. This is only the symptom, it is visible. Other things are same symptoms like type 2 diabetes, It can be urination, increased thirst, fatigue, blurred vision, and it can be hunger also. And symptoms of BP, also a symptom of the same, dull headache, dizzy, and more nasal breeze than usual. Again, one more study says 9% of the people with normal body weight having metabolic syndrome, 22% overweight, and 60% is obese. What are all the complications? Complications are heart attack, kidney disease, stroke, artery disease, cardiovascular disease, fatty liver, inflammation, hormonal imbalance. If they are diabetic, again all the complications of diabetic also will be added in this. So instead of knowing, we should know how to prevent it. So prevention or reversal are very simple if it is focused on right direction. We have to focus on yoga, in many activities like yoga, exercise, walking, these things. Our goal, again our therapy, I am insisting this goal word again and again. Goal should be on our weight reduction, reversal of diabetes, heart, and cholesterol control. If you want to have this multiple complication, yoga is the only way which will take care of everything. So we will not have any other system which will take care of multiple complications. So that this syndrome will have all multiple complications only. Dietary changes. We have to minimize the carbohydrate according to our activity. This is the main sentence to reverse this metabolic syndrome. Carbohydrate according to our activities. Why we need carbohydrate? It is for our children to grow. So we are already grown children, we don't need carbohydrates. The source of carbohydrates should be from whole grain or simple carbohydrates. Then one more is to consume curcumin and lemon daily. This is what all our members I insist to follow. This curcumin and lemon daily, it will detoxify our body every day. So in olden days, the detoxification we can take once in a while because our body is toxified once in a while. Now every day we need detoxification. It should not be intensive one. For example, pollution thought, air thought pollution, air pollution, water, food, everything is polluted now. So detox should be happen every day. So for that, the lemon and curcumin is very simple method to detox every day. Then healthy fat, sometimes medication also. Sometimes medication also. This word is very important. I come across some members. Even recently, 2 days back, my member from Canada, she told me she is taking anti-diabetic tablets, but she is not diabetes. So doctor told her to take metformin or some other tablet, which is given for non-diabetic patient now, because she may be diagnosed as metabolic syndrome case. So she is taking. She don't know why she is taking. Any questions related to these slides?
So there is no question in the chat box till now. So we can have it in the end of the session, sir.
Okay. Then next one. So how to go for therapeutic workout? These are all the 6 common reasons for therapy, which will give very good effect. Toxins accumulation, I already told, we have to remove the toxins. We will have block in prana. So wherever you have block in prana, it becomes vyadi. We have to go for free flow of prana, and we have to increase the pranic energy. And nowadays, alignment plays major role. This misalignment, it can be corrected by yogic patches, muscle stiffness. Again, it will restrict the energy flow. So we have to relax the muscles. Metabolism, that's what we are talking about. And shallow breath, that breath has to be corrected. So these are all the minimum requirement for any therapy. Okay, so what are the tools we have in yoga? Loosening your cords, Surya Namaskar, Asana, Pranayama, relaxation techniques, chanting, meditation, diet, Kriya. So other than this, any supportive tool also we can include, like acupressure, therapeutic massage, oil application, foot reflexology, depends on the symptoms of the patients. And loosening, every day we have to do this loosening your cord, Sushma, head to toe. In different traditions or different teachers, they will have different type of workout, nothing wrong in it. You should analyze in such a way, toe to head is loosened first. So it will improve your circulation level, particularly for people who have stiffness. Then Surya Namaskar. Surya Namaskar, everybody is aware of Surya Namaskar. And for metabolic syndrome and all, this Shashangasana can be included, which will be effective. That is the one point I want to make it here. This 9th posture, Shashangasana, it is effective for digestive issues. Next one is Asana. This Asana, for this particular syndrome or obesity or diabetes, these are the key asanas which can reverse the disease, no doubt about it. Sarvangasana, Halasana, Viparitakarani, Machiyasana, Ardha Salabhasana, Salabhasana, Bhujangasana, Dhanurasana, Navasana, Paschimottanasana, Ardha Machiyandrasana. These are all asanas. In our class, we are repeating weekly once again and again to keep the members healthy. Apart from this, we will go for preparatory asanas also. And Yoga Mudra, Ushtrasana, Pavanamuktasana, and Savasana. Pranayama, Kabalapadi, Shitali, Brahmari, Nadisuddhi, Ujjayi, and Brahmari. These are all the pranayamas will be effective for metabolic activities. Then Yoga Nidra, again, relaxation is more important than workout. Yoga Nidra can be included on metabolic syndrome therapy. I think everybody is familiar with yoga. So any questions?
There are two questions in the chat box.
Yes, sir.
Question number one. My
Yeah,
daughter is
please.
10 years old and 60 kgs of weight.
It's not clear, sir. Daughter is
Is it
10 years
appropriate
old.
to reduce the weight and 60 kgs weight.
I think audio is not clear, sir.
Sir, if you could check the chat box, you could.
Yeah, I can check the box. I can check the box.
Yes, sir. Chat box. Yes.
It is gastric ulcer. 1 minute, sir, because I am in the slide page. First, related to Anureka's question, daughter is 10 years old and 60 kg weight and does not cooperate to reduce the weight. Yes, this is the habit of children. So for my members, what I suggest is Instead of insisting your children to do something, parent has to start first. Whether father, mother, or both has to start first. So slowly they will be coming to the same way what we are doing. This is one way. Second thing, I will tell you the test which is necessary, whether she is having this metabolic syndrome or not. That has to be done first. Then you have to go for diet and simple walking. Then bring her to yoga. First, you go to start practice. The 10 years old kid, she won't do herself. Now, I want to know whether Anuraga is a yoga practitioner or not. First, you got to start. No other choice. Because even in our online classes also, whenever parents are insisting for their children, I am telling them to join first. Then children are joining in the later stage. I am not charging for them. I am charging only for the parents. Okay. So automatically children are joining and they are playing very well during the class and they are cooperating very well. First, parent has to start. No other choice. One. Gastric ulcer. Mainly, you should not do intensive twisting and forward bending. You got to avoid these two. Intensive stretches on your abdomen, don't do it. Pranayama, Sheetali, Sheetkari, and Brahmari, it is the best pranayama you can do. And for ulcer, I think you can do Jadaragni patches without compression given to the abdomen. So you may be knowing about Jadaragni patches, but don't compress the abdomen, which may aggravate your ulcer condition. One. Then please unmute, sir. Okay. So if they have pain, this is about Sublitchmi's question. Diabetic patients having joint pain, what kind of therapy can be given? Yes. So for diabetic or obesity therapy, we have movements on knee joint, hip joint, everywhere. Without movements, we can't get any results. So first you got to work on pain relief. First we got to work on pain relief. So pain should be relieved in different ways. If they can have some movement restrictions, start from oil application, then simpler movements, strengthen, you go for core strengthening, then you come to yoga. That is only the way. So for any condition, pain should be relieved first. So other things are secondary. For sciatica, Ardha Chakrasana, Bhujangasana, these asanas will be very benefitable. It is for sciatica. I think many questions are there. Memory power. Memory power, it's no need to go for any particular asanas. Balancing type asanas, it will give memory power more. And you do more pranayama, mainly Nadishuddhi pranayama is better. That heel pain, it may be because of overweight. And for prolonged diabetic also, they will have heel pain. Okay. Any other question? Okay, I'll go to the next. So now I'm coming back to insulin resistance. So why we are getting insulin resistance? So we are eating more carb. For digesting carb, we need more insulin. More insulin is produced again and again. It will lead for insulin resistance. First, it will resist only insulin, then it will resist many hormones. So as our registrars are told, we are addicted to tongue for the taste. That is also because of insulin resistance. So first it will resist only insulin in the beginning. Then it will resist all the good hormones, particularly I think leptin. So this is a hormone which makes us to stop eating the food. That is, once we are satisfied with the food, we have to stop. Or you can say in the food craving mode, we should not go. So that type of feeling will be given by leptin. That hormones also will have resistance. Then we'll eat more and more, and it will lead for obesity. Okay. Next one. Again about insulin resistance. So eating more carb, blood sugar will rise. To reduce the blood sugar level, again insulin resisted. So insulin resisted, leptin hormone also resisted, and we are hunger again and again we are eating more. This is the process we got to stop. How to stop this? One, you have to reduce the carb that we discussed already. One more, you got to burn. So many people, they are strict, even in familiar dietitians in Chennai, they are advertising in such a way that you can eat anything. Whatever we tell, you can eat anything. No need walking, no need yoga, no need to do any workouts. People are very happy and going there. But any drastic change, whether from your regular diet, if you are going drastic change to other one, definitely it will have some effect on your system or body. To reduce the risk or to improve the quality, we need yoga practice. For this, our members and some doctors in Chennai also, they started suggesting Tibetan yoga, which will have reversal effect of insulin resistance. So Tibetan yoga, I'm talking again and again in our university. This is the only report to improve it will reduce your insulin resistive activity. So once your insulin resistance is reduced, then your hormonal secretion, that is insulin secretion, will be very less. So once your insulin secretion is less, your fat will be less. Once your fat is less, you become lean. And when your insulin secretion is less, again, diabetes also reversed. So this is the cycle, how to reduce your insulin level. So this is our first one is whirling, you got to rotate. Second one, that is to improve your brain center. This will up and down leg movement. It will improve your pancreas activity. And this one, it will improve your lung capacity as well as solar plex activation. This one, it will improve your overall stamina and then relaxation. So this will take hardly 25 minutes every day if you practice. Our results we are getting even in 20 days. Even in 20 days, we are getting very good results. So I think Tibetan yoga, everybody is clear with this. And now, before going for question time, I'll give some case studies. So this is Vijaya, 47 years old, obese woman, and first time diagnosed as diabetes. So we have checked not only diabetes blood test, for insulin resistance, we have to go for, I think, insulin PP and insulin fasting. These two tests are very basic tests whether you have metabolic syndrome or not. Again, note it down, even for the question for 10-year-old girl, you go for insulin tests, insulin fasting and insulin PP. So normally it should be 2 to 82 for PP and 2 to 25 for fasting. Again, some doctors are suggesting if it is less than 10, you are a healthy person. Okay, but it is not in guideline. If it is less than 10, again it is good. So we have tested this insulin as well as lipid profile, diabetic profile, everything. So diabetic profile was 1.6, HbA1c was, A1c was 1.6. It is reversed in 3 months. And she never took tablets. She lost 21 kg also. This workout is given based on metabolic syndrome. Okay. So along with that, some diet also we suggested. Diet with yoga, it will give very good results. Second case study. This is Geeta Lakshmi. She is a ranking student from Anna University. After, I think, 3 years of study, she took a break because of the symptoms. She had severe depression, mood and menstrual disorders, and she was unable to study. She took 1 year break. I think after 6 months, she came to me, and we have diagnosed she had metabolic syndrome, and I given workout based on metabolic syndrome. She lost 13 kgs. It is not at all a therapeutic workout. It is a very normal workout in the group. And she had periods also normal, and sleeping pattern also good. And they had family history of same. They had family history. Now, then she scored 98% mark. Again, she got job in, I think, Samsung. Still she is in contact with us even after, I think, 7-8 years. So it is possible. One more. So he is a mechanical engineer. I think he is from Navy. He was referred by a doctor. Why doctors are referring means, I don't want to say this word. When they were referred, maximum doses of medications he was taking. So he don't want to increase the medication to control his BP. For this only he came to me. Again, we started working on metabolic syndrome, and with the same medication, or he maybe reduced medication also, he became normal. And first I improved his sleep, second metabolic syndrome. These two things we attended, he is all right. And again about the diet. So many people are telling you can take milk, you don't take milk, many things. Nowadays, which milk you have to take? That is the question. This pesticide content is 570 times more than the normal, which will give us insulin resistance. So better stop milk and milk product if you have this syndrome. One more about curcumin. I told you these are all the benefit of our curcumin. Mere turmeric powder, it will not have any effect. So if the turmeric is having 1.4% of curcumin nutrient, this is herbal. If the curcumin content is less than 1.4, it is merely a powder. So nowadays in the market, we are getting yellow color powder, not the curcumin. So you have to take herbal based curcumin turmeric if you need to treat metabolic syndrome, or even for menstrual disorders. This is the best one. Lemon and this turmeric, if you take for 45 days, I think you can come out from menstrual disorders also. So we are, our members are taking regularly curcumin and turmeric. It is tested in a lab, and we are using the turmeric for cooking or for empty stomach. We are taking one tumbler daily. One. And one more word I want to add. This metabolic activity, it is not only for the therapeutic purpose. One more case that I can tell you. One person, he was taking herbal and medications, and his diabetic level was going on increasing. He is also a yoga practitioner for more than 15 years. So why he got this problem? He don't have this metabolic activity. Even for digesting the herbal, even for digesting the medicine, our metabolic activity should be better. Again, I am repeating, if you have poor metabolism, herbal will not work, medicine will not work. then dosage will go on increase and there will be no result. Okay. So even for digesting food, not only food, for the herbal and medicine, we need metabolic activities. In that way, if we work, we will be very successful in treating metabolic syndrome. Okay. Any questions? My presentation is over. If you have any questions, you can ask. Chat box. So can I answer through chat box, or anybody is willing to call and discuss?
Sir, Ramkrishnan sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, எல்லாருக்கும் மியூட் பண்ணிருக்கேன் சார். chat box questions இருந்துச்சுனாக்கா நீங்க ஆன்சர் பண்ணலாம். If anybody is willing, let them raise their hands. They will be unmuted, sir.
Thank you, Jayalakshmi.
And one question, somebody has not given their name, sir. Why do some people get fever in night after practicing yoga in morning? This was the question posted by one in the chat box, sir.
Yeah, let them to do relax workout, then let them to start intensive workout. So they may be started with the intensive workout in the beginning itself. Let them to start from the basic.
Can suggest asanas and pranayama for hypertension.
So for high BP, that question is asked, what are the pranayamas? So you can do Nadi Shodhana, Sheetali Sheetkari, and Brahmari Pranayama, and Ujjayi. So these are the pranayamas advisable for reversing for BP patients. And asanas, Paschimottanasana, Shashangasana, without much compression on your abdomen, and you can do Bhujangasana. It is good for BP. So for taking curcumin, there is no age limit, but only pregnant ladies should not take. So 60 years are no matter. So better time to take detox drink in the morning, empty stomach, lemon, curcumin, warm water, and to reduce the weight or something, you can take salt also. Don't take any sweets. So Surya Namaskar, no doubt it will improve your breathing system. Karthikeyan. Sugar complaint, pranayama give you left of graphics. I not understand. Pranayama give you left of graphics. Sorry, I'm not understanding the question. With that, Marimuthu. In Madurai, you are asking about Kriyas workout. So our student, sports university students are there more in Madurai. You can call me, I can give them the number. And you have Shivananda Ashram also in Madurai. You can learn everything. About hernia patient, do Surya Namaskar. I think it is not advisable. As I told you in the beginning itself, if you have pain or some other symptom, better you consult a therapist, reverse the hernia first, then go for Surya Namaskar. Okay, Surya Namaskar, mostly it will aggravate your hernia condition.
Dear participants, any clarifications? Any more questions? So chat box like there is.
I lead the problem and all. It mostly you will have problem on your cervical area. So instead of yoga and pranayama practices, so oil massage, therapeutic oil massage will have better effect. Even I'm curing many diseases through oil massage. If they have eye problem means not for short sight and long sight and all. Whichever you feel difficult in allopathic treatment, we can do with oil massage. It is possible.
Yeah, again, Yoga Marimutu has posted as, should I give? Should I give a pranayama training burst to the company?
Yes.
Ma'am?
Curcumin powder and weight loss. So it should be half teaspoon, half or quarter lemon in 200 ml of water.
Grace ma'am line la irukanga, ma'am.
Sorry, the chat box is closed. Chat box is occupying full screen for me. Nothing else. 1 minute. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Dr. Ramakrishnan
Namaskar.
sir. And Dr. Selvalakshmi, it was a wonderful session, presentation. Though I could think for only 3/4 of the session, I was not there because of some other reason. Here it is in the university, we don't have at present current also. So I could reach you at present only. So I know that Dr. Ramakrishnan would have dealt in an excellent manner. I have gone through 4-5 slides from your presentation, sir. So it was a wonderful session. And thank you very much for being here as a resource person. And I also congratulate Dr. Selvalakshmi and Dr. Suraisamy and other members of the department for arranging this wonderful person being a resource person today. And I wanted to clarify one thing, sir. This is regarding maybe my mother, right? My mother is 76, 77-year-old, right?
Okay.
And she is hale and healthy, but she has got sugar, right? Always the sugar level is more than 200 or 300 only. But no, she is hale and healthy, doing all kind of work at home. She will draw water, she will climb stairs, and she will go to market and buy vegetables and bring, and she'll cook all kind of activities at home, household activities, everything she can do it. Then why this is encouraged? Because that I think that metabolic rate, as you said, that it is decreased for her. But if we ask her, whatever she takes as a food, it is been digested, assimilated, and she is also getting energy from that. And why for certain people it is happening like this?
She may have this insulin resistance, madam. Again, I'm telling one case study we discussed yesterday. Okay, yesterday I have 2 members from Cochin. Both are doctors. Husband and wife both are doctors. I was discussing about how you will measure insulin resistance or the.
Hello.
How
Can
I asked them how.
Sir?
Yeah.
Hello.
My wife.
Hello.
Your.
Yes, ma'am.
So whenever there is medication changes, whenever the dosage
I couldn't hear anything. Hello.
I am audible to others. Anyone? I think my connection.
Yes, sir.
It's audible, sir.
Yeah. It's audible. It's audible.
Selvi ma'am and Grace ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am. Sir, 1 minute, sir. Ma'am, inform பண்ணிடுறேன் sir.
உங்களுக்கும் பிரேக் ஆகுது, அவங்களுக்கும் பிரேக் ஆகுது.
No, it's audible. It's audible for us. It's audible, sir. Call over intercom. Sir Ramakrishnan, sir.
Can I continue?
Yes, sir. So I think the questions raised by Grace ma'am, the problem is here, I think, for her. I'll ask her to call you, sir, so that
That is better.
she can
She's
get
also
answer.
near to me. I think she's very near to me, Nandana.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I can go and visit her.
You, sir. I'll ask her to call you. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Any more questions?
Many are there. Yeah, fine.
Any asanas or mudra
thank you.
to stimulate?
Thank you, Jay Kumar. So he is my member who had some issues, and again he is having metabolic issues also. So I'm started treating him for the past 1 week.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Jay Kumar.
Yes, from G. Shaguntala, any asanas or mudras are diet for stimulating pancreas function?
So what are the asanas I have told you now? That is better. And pancreatic function means you got to have tests. Whether you have, what is the test cells? Whether it is insulin resistance or fast insulin value, PP, HbA1c, everything you have to see. Or if you have a problem in beta cell functionality, again, it is very difficult. So let me know the correct diagnosis, then I can answer correctly. Simulate pancreas, it is not a correct word.
Sir, kindly explain the doubt for Kalpana Parthiban. She has posted that laminin reaction, reverse reaction in digestive system if we take it after hard practice of any outdoor game, because she has experienced it for thrice, it seems, for her husband.
So normally related to this metabolic syndrome, obesity or diabetes, even people are taking 5-6 times a day. There is no problem at all. So whenever you are dehydrated, you can take. Whenever you want to reduce the weight or reversal of diabetes or for menstrual disorders, this lemon is well and good. Only thing is you have to add, you have to decide whether to add jaggery or sugar, depends, sorry, jaggery or salt, depends on your condition. It definitely don't have any reversal this thing. Add turmeric always. Plain lemon is not advisable to take more than one.
Thank you, sir.
I think
dear participants, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Next resource person, I think she will be answering all your questions related to diet. Hope we are eagerly waiting for another eminent resource person. I think with this, if you have further more clarifications, you can post it through to us through mail. Also, your questions will be answered in due course. With this, sir, session first session close panlama, sir.
Yes,
Is
yes,
it?
yes.
Yes. So, with the word of thank you to you, the quote from Thomas Edison, he says that the doctor of the future will give no medicine, but he will instruct his patients in case of the human frame, if it is human frame, in diet and in the cause and prevention of diseases. This was the quote given by Thomas Edison. And we have seen another Thomas Edison here, who has advised us with regard to cause and prevention of the disease. So we have opened our ears to hear a few important things regarding metabolic syndrome. Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening us with this metabolic syndrome and how to prevent and what are all the issues caused due to this metabolic syndrome and how to overcome it. And you have very rightly and confidently said that yoga is the only way to overcome this metabolic syndrome. We are very fortunate to be in this field, and it is going to be a boon for others also to get into this field. With this is the time to honor our today's resource person for the first session, who has given us the session on today's webinar, that is metabolic syndrome, a predictor of type 2 diabetes. Sir, here is your honor of certificate. Kindly accept the certificate, sir. Thank you so much for being with us for the past 1.5 hours, and hope to continue your relationship with the department and in the university, sir. Expecting more sessions with you in near future, sir. Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you very much. Last one word I want to tell. My sincere thanks to ma'am and Surya sir and our yoga department and higher officials, everyone. And one more thing is, many questions I have seen, pranayama is the way, this is the way, like that. But for curing one disease, we should have many tools at a time. Don't rely on only one. It can be food, it can be any herbal, yoga, pranayama, or therapeutic massage, acupressure, acupuncture, whichever is applicable. We have to select the right tool for the right activity, and we should, as a therapist, we should know where to start and where to end. That gives the results. Don't start by telling I have diabetes, what to do. Other than diabetes, you will have many things. As one person asked, if there is a joint pain, what to do. Definitely, you will have multiple complications. Then you should start one which should not affect other symptoms. So we should have such a course plan which should not aggravate any of your condition. So combination of many things will have very good effect, including nutrition therapy, which Dr. Rekha madam is going to explain now. My sincere thanks to one and all, especially for our HOD madam and Surya sir and my teachers. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, let us move on to the next session. Hope the participants are not tired, and another eminent resource person is here to clear all your doubts regarding that, which is the most necessary thing today, where we are lacking. We are following the wrong pattern of diet, and because of which we are facing a lot of problems. So I'm so happy and proud to introduce the resource person of the second session. So before that, to give a small introduction about Dr. R. Rekha madam. I remember one tantra from Tirumandaram. Anneri inneri enna tattanga tanneri sendru samadhile ninmin nanneri selvarku ஞாலத்தில் ஏகலாம் புன்னேரி யாக்கத்து போக்கில்லை யாகுமே. This was the tantra given in the third, this is given in third tantra in Tirumandaram, which states that yoga is the sure path to jnana, and also it states that the enlightened are born no more. தமிழ்ல சொல்லணும்னா நம்மளுடைய ஞானம் பெறுவதற்கு நீங்க அங்க இங்க போக வேணாம். அஷ்டாங்க யோகம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லக்கூடிய இந்த 8 நிலைகளை கொண்ட யோக முறையை நம்ம தேர்ந்தெடுத்துட்டோம்னா வேற எங்கேயும் நம்ம ஞானத்தை தேடி அலைய வேண்டாம். இந்த ஒரு வழியை பின்பற்றினாலே போதும் அப்படிங்கிறது திருமூலர் நமக்கு சொல்லிட்டு போயிருக்கிறார் அழகா. 3வது Madam has rightly taken this path because having graduated in. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Manoj sir? Yeah.
Yes.
Having graduated in home science. Yes. Yes, sir. Having graduated in home science, in UG and in PG in community health and nutrition, having also done MA English literature. I don't know what made her to choose a career in the field of yoga. She had done her PG diploma in yoga, and we are very proud to say that she is our student. MSc in TNPSU, and in today's scenario, people clearing the national eligibility test in one subject is such a hard, whereas we have an eminent personality as a resource person today, where she is an net qualified person in two areas, that is in yoga as well as in home science. This itself, it shows how dedicated she is and how deserving she is. So with this, she had published many articles on yoga as well as in nutrition and other related articles also. She has published in national and international journals more than 20 and near about 30. Whereas number of seminars, conferences, and workshops organized as an organizing committee member, she's having experience in organizing various programs, and she has published many research articles and a poster presentation also in national and international programs, and also attended many training programs. The list goes on, the number it goes on. So I couldn't name all those things. With this, the awards received, she has received an Best Oral Presentation Award in the National Conference on Sustainable Food Security and Safety. And the title of the paper is Estimation of Nutritional Aspects of Artificially and Naturally Ripened Citrus Lemon in the year 2011. And she also acted as a resource person in various seminars, webinars, courses, etc. And adding feather to her cap, she's having various teaching experience, like she has handled classes for MBBS, BDS, and dental technology B.Pharm students, and she has taken classes for yoga courses, and also the other activities where she excels is, and she has been a resource person to handle the diploma course for the defense personnel, the resettlement courses organized by Ministry of Defense. So we are very grateful to have you, ma'am, here as the resource person, and having conducted many health camps on the topics like diabetes, renal issues, respiratory issues, obesity, menopause issues, and so happy to say that Madam is conducting program in All India Radio on nutrition, yoga, and health-related topics for the past 10 years. With this, I invite our R. Madam, who is all the way from Department of Yoga and Conscious from Andhra University, who is a practical nutritionist, to share your views and experiences, ma'am. Ma'am, please, over to the resource person.
Namaste, madam. Thank you so much. Namaste and a very good afternoon to one and all. So hope you can hear me. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, madam. So a very good afternoon to one and all. Hope all are staying safe and healthy. So really, I feel proud, privileged to be part of this prestigious event. Conducted the national webinar on yoga, a Panacea for metabolic syndrome, conducted by Department of Yoga, Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University. So on this platform, I take the opportunity to thank the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Sheila Stephen, Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University, and the chief patron of this event. A very big thanks to Dr. V. Gopinathan sir, registrar, TNPESU, and patron of this event. Really, it was a very good opening, sir, in the morning. Your words were really wonderful. I also thank Dr. Duriswamy sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Yoga, the coordinator of this event. And now my specially heartful thanks to Dr. Selva Lakshmi, Head of the Department of Yoga, TNPESU. And really, she's a great teacher, a teacher of mine. She's really multi-talented woman and a good administrator too. So thank you, madam, for giving me this opportunity on this prestigious event today. So today the webinar topic, Yoga, a Panacea for Metabolic Syndrome, and my topic on diet as a health promoting lifestyle tool for metabolic syndrome. So hope you can hear me. My voice is audible.
Yes, ma'am, it's audible.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so diet, yes, definitely. Along with yoga, diet and yoga are like sisters. They are interrelated with each other, and diet plays a major role in it's a lifestyle tool for not only for the metabolic syndrome, for maintaining the health and disease. So it's me here. I've done my PhD already. Ma'am has given my introduction. So these are my few of the healthy recipes I have kept. So I'm a nutritionist. I'm also a food coach and a food columnist too. So already Ramakrishna sir has dealt with all the signs and symptoms, and he has given a lot of lecture regarding the metabolic syndrome. So I don't want to waste much of my time, and directly I'm going into the diet. So just I'll give a brief introduction about the metabolic syndrome. So yes, it is a cluster of conditions which includes the visceral obesity or the central obesity, and high blood glucose levels, lower good cholesterol levels, or the good cholesterol is low in level, and higher triglycerides and hypertension. All these are the conditions which lead to metabolic syndrome. So here is a definition given by the World Health Organization that along with the insulin resistance, any of the two conditions are met, that is the abdominal or the central obesity, with the waist and hip ratio 0.90 in men and 0.05 greater than 0.85 in women, or a BMI greater than 30 is considered as a central obesity by the World Health Organization, and higher triglyceride levels, lower good cholesterol, that is a happy cholesterol. It is known as HDL, is known as a happy cholesterol, which is essential to our body and good for our body, and high BP, that is BP the blood pressure greater than 140/90, and high fasting glucose or impaired glucose tolerance, and microalbuminuria or urine albumin creatinine ratios more than 30 mg. So these are the conditions suggested by the World Health Organizations. If observed along with insulin resistance, any of the two are observed, it means to be metabolic syndrome. And other than that, according to the National Cholesterol Education Program for adults, these are the conditions considered, that is a waist circumference is considered, again the same triglyceride levels and HDL levels and BP. So we all know that the expanding waistlines of the world is basically because of the lifestyle practices, and here are the reasons why the metabolic syndrome or different lifestyle disorders are caused, and ultimately again the effects of the metabolic syndrome we can see here: the neurological disorders, type 2 diabetes, PCOD issues, non-alcoholic fatty liver disorders leading to cancers and cardiovascular disorders, as well as dementia and whatnot. The list goes on and on. So here are the symptoms associated with the high BP, that is dizziness, headache, chest pain, shortness of breath, and high blood sugar levels leading to blurred vision, fatigue, and frequent urination, hungry, polydipsia, polyphagia conditions are observed, and along with this, low levels of HDL because of smoking and excessive alcohol, and excessive drug addiction is also one of the root causes for the metabolic syndrome, and higher triglyceride levels, and mainly obesity. Central obesity is one of the main reasons for the metabolic syndrome. So here are the other root causative factors for the metabolic syndromes, that is the genetic. Already Ramakrishna sir has discussed with the genetic issues, environmental, the lifestyle factors, and nutrient deficiency. So all this part I have just gone very quickly, because already the information is given by sir. So now I am going into my etiological factors for not only for the metabolic syndrome, but for all, each and every health issue. What is the root cause? Right now we are suffering with the COVID issue, or any health issue, or any lifestyle disorders. Basically these are the few causes to be discussed here. So do you know that most of the thyroid issues or hormonal imbalance is because of using refined oils? Do you know the reason? And most of the PCOD problems faced by the young girls, we can see most of the young girls are facing the issues of PCOD problem, and hormonal issues are because of using the cosmetics. So you can see nowadays most of the girls are using lot of cosmetics like perfumes, whatnot, hair sprays, body spray, and powders, creams, lipsticks, etc., etc. So all these are the chemicals which the smells getting inside and disturbing the hormonal imbalance. So before that, the first and foremost reason behind any of these health issues or the lifestyle disorders is rapid urbanization. Yes, definitely rapid urbanization, because rapid urbanization leading to pollution and environmental hazards, lack of physical activity, change in lifestyle, lack of knowledge. I say lack of knowledge because people what is happening is, let them not do good, but faulty practices, and with minimal knowledge they are doing all wrong practices. For example, wrong combination of foods, or practicing wrong yoga, or like that. So lack of complete knowledge and faulty practices and wrong practices is one of the reasons. Corporate lifestyle, yes, stress is the most important predisposing factor for all the health issues, I say. Anyway, we cannot escape from the stress, and we cannot escape the stress, but we can definitely reduce the impact of stress, and we can reduce the side effects of the stress. And faulty sleeping practices, definitely, because recently also I have come across the pre-PhD Viva of Vidya Shankari, who has worked on sleep disorders and the comorbid factors associated with the sleep disorders. So yes, it was a wonderful topic, and guided by Selva Lakshmi ma'am. Really, it was a wonderful topic. Yes, definitely sleep has a role in our health and disease or the lifestyle diseases. Even Ramakrishna sir has also discussed about the sleep apnea condition, and And coming to the food, yes, wrong food practices, malabsorption, and metabolism, lowered metabolism, sedentary lifestyle, environmental factors, pollution, heavy metal contamination. Recently, I think you might have come across in the news about near Vijayawada in Andhra Pradesh, Yelur. It was really a mystery for 1 week why children, adults, everybody were suffering with convulsions, and a lot of population was suffering with numerous health issues and getting admitted in the hospital. So after 1 week, the whole team of a team from World Health Organization, National Institute of Nutrition, and ICMR came, and everybody they have inquired and found out that it is all because of the heavy metal contamination, that is the lead contamination in the water. So definitely environment plays a most important role, leading to numerous health issues. Toxins in the foods and toxins in the environment again. So heredity is one of the most important cause for the health issues. And fast food consumption. Coming to children, nowadays we can see even our registrar had also said that children are spending much time with the electronic gadgets, and parents pampering is one of the reasons for health issues, especially childhood obesity and the competitive world and the stress, I say. So all these are the predisposing factors in the etiology for the health problems. So as a dietitian or as a nutritionist, I say that here is a solution. So nature cures, not the physician. I mean, physician puts us in the right path. So this is a maxim given by the Hippocrates. So here are the natural doctors I would like to discuss one by one. That is the first and foremost, nutrition and herbs or food. Food is one of the best natural doctor, I say. If we maintain proper diet and adequate amounts and right diet, definitely it's a natural doctor. Yoga and exercise or sports is one of the natural doctors. And water, surplus water, and water is an elixir of life. Taking surplus and adequate water. Sunlight, yes, definitely if we don't get exposed to proper sunlight, it might lead to depression and no proper vitamin D, and our immunity levels are also going down. And above all, for the cultivation of the food and agriculture and for the photosynthesis to happen, definitely we need adequate sunlight. So sunlight is one of the best natural doctors, I must say. And good sleep, yes, good sleep, because we must give time. Okay, here I would like to make a point that instead of saying the quantity of sleep, I say quality of sleep is more important. So quality of sleep is more important to overcome stress and the factors associated with the sleep. And we, by a proper quality of sleep, we are giving an opportunity for our body to for maintenance and to be get repaired. So good sleep is very essential. And as I said, good environment. Yes, we need a good environment, green and a surplus good pollution-free environment to maintain our health and disease. And above, I must keep this point, this natural doctor in the first actually. So positive thoughts. Yes, positive mindset is very, 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 very important, because how much ever nutritious food or yoga or exercise or water or sleep you have, if you have a negative mindset, you can never overcome anything. Moreover, there are numerous studies we have come across that even deleterious, dangerous diseases like cancers could be beaten by the positive thoughts. Even everybody could beat the battle of COVID-19 was also beaten by positive thoughts. So positive thoughts have lot of impact on our health. So here is a question to everybody, that in this era of modern medicine and wonder drugs, it seems an anachronism to consider natural therapies like yoga therapy or diet or natural therapy in treating the degenerative diseases. Is it so? Yes, is my answer, because there is a lot of research done on herbs, spices, fruits, vegetables, and foodstuffs, or the natural foods, which have the property of curing almost for every kind of disease. So the research indicates that food is really a powerful natural drugs. It has the laxative property, antibiotic, antidepressant, cancer fighting, for fertility, anti-inflammatory, and whatnot. The list goes on. And also food and home remedies, or the natural therapies, are really a miraculous medicine, I say, in preventing and treating the diseases of all kinds, and boosting mental and physical energy, vigor, and well-being, I say. So one more maxim given by Hippocrates, that is, thy food is thy medicine. Yes, whatever food we consume is a medicine, if we take it at right proportions and right amounts. So as a nutritionist and as a human being, I would like to give a message here that kindly follow or eat what our farmer grows, because right now in the current situation also, the farmers protest is going on in New Delhi. So, and as a nutritionist also, I suggest that please give importance to the farmer market. So Raitu Bajar, Raitu means a farmer. So give importance to the Raitu, that is the farmer markets, because farmer is a backbone of our country. And there is also a scientific evidence behind this. Why? Because see, it is also known as environmental adaptation, because past thousands of years, ancestrally, even our grandparents and parents, everybody got habituated to the foodstuffs what is cultivated in and around our area. So as a nutritionist, I suggest to everybody that give importance to the local foods that is cultivated by your farmer. So around 200 to 200 kilometers, whatever crops or grains or vegetables are grown by the farmer, give priority to that. For example, people are giving more importance to oats. People are giving more importance to the foreign fruits, foreign vegetables. So as a dietitian, I say no. I'm not against oats, or I'm not against any of the foreign foods or foreign vegetables or foreign market. But I say as a dietitian, and there is also a scientific evidence that ancestrally, since years, thousands of years, we have got accustomed to that. So please kindly stick to the traditional foods cultivated in and around our area. If you're a if you belong to Tamil Nadu, give priority to your fruits and vegetables. And for simple example, oil. So stick to the oils cultivated in your area, like sesame oil, groundnut oil. Like Kerala's, they stick to coconut oil. Bengali and Assamese, they stick to mustard oil. So let us stick to the traditional foods cultivated by our farmer, and seasonal. Give importance to the seasonal foods, I say. So here is, as a I'm going one by one. I'm discussing all the 8 the natural doctors. So the first one is a food primarily. So here is a patti, that is a grandmother concept, I say. So before the ICMR, NIN and all, they give their definitions. Our grandmother has given a proper definition for the concept of balanced diet. So what is the concept of balanced diet? Is incorporating as many food groups as you can. But it doesn't mean that all together or all at once. But our grandparents and grandmothers, they knew the right proportions to be served at right time, and they have given an opportunity to incorporate as many nutrients as we can into our body. So in nature's bed, there are so many foods available. So as a nutritionist and as a dietitian, I suggest that incorporate as many foods as you can, because every food has got its individual functional property and functional benefit. But anyway, according to your health conditions, so health condition is to be maintained, but try to incorporate as many foods as you can, but not all at once. And quantity is a main important aspect to be followed, rather than the number of items. So this is a concept of balanced diet that is including lot of grains and adequate grains in our diet, moderate adequate fruits and vegetables, moderate dairy products, and moderately consuming the meat and meat or the non-veg items, and very sparingly using the sweets, alcohol, and fatty foods. So this is the concept of balanced diet for a normal adult I am talking. So here are the food groups. You can see that is the first one, that is the cereals, or the complex cereal as a first category, which includes the carbohydrates and which includes a lot of cereals, millets, and pulses. Yes, definitely 60% of our energy we get from these carbohydrates or cereals and millets, but every person is depending much on cereals and carbohydrate requirement, but the form or the type of carbohydrate is more important. It doesn't mean that you skip completely the carbohydrate diet or you skip completely the calorie diet. No, that is a wrong message actually. Each and every nutrient is essential to our body, because to perform work you need energy, and that energy comes from the carbohydrates or from the cereals. So that cereal consumption or carbohydrate consumption should be in a complex form, that is, it should be in a whole grain form. Millets or rice or whatever you're taking, it should be in a complex form or a whole grain form, because it includes all the B complex vitamins in it. And for example, here barley I suggest for all the diabetic patients, because it has a lowest glycemic index of food. It is the lowest glycemic index as well as lowest glycemic load. So when you are going with the cereals, see that you take it in a complex form, because complex form takes the intestinal or the gastric emptying time is more for the complex carbohydrates. So the next category or the next food group are the fruits and the vegetables, which are surplus with the prebiotics. So prebiotics is nothing but it is a food for the probiotics, that is the essential bacteria or the microbiota in our gut. So prebiotics is nothing but it is surplus in our fruits, and vegetables are very much rich in prebiotics. And as a nutritionist, I suggest to each and every individual go with lot of green leafy vegetables. Even it is a principle included given by the ICMR that every day you include one green leafy vegetable as a part of your daily diet. And next category is the dairy products, that is the milk and the dairy foods. So dairy includes the probiotics, but as of now the veganism and the vegan number is increasing. So I say that instead of you're taking directly the milk or cheese or the fatty products, you can give importance to buttermilk or buttermilk and the curd, that is which is the processed of the milk. And if you choose for not taking any dairy products, also no issue. But if you are consuming dairy products, you see that you take it sparingly, and preferably go with the curd and buttermilk, because it includes a lot of probiotics, that is a good bacteria. And the next category of food group is the meat, fish, or the non-veg category, that is a fourth food group category. So it includes all the non-veg in it. Anyway, in yoga is completely about sattvika aharam. We don't encourage any of the non-veg, but as a dietitian, I have to talk about each and every food. Even if suppose a patient comes to me and he is very alcoholic and cannot sustain without non-veg, he eats non-veg each and every time of the meal, then as a dietitian I don't say no, because the no is an answer even by his mother, or don't eat is an answer even by his wife or daughter. So as a dietitian I have to satisfy his psyche. So I never say no, but moreover, I slowly and gradually try to bring a change in that patient or a person. So I suggest combination of non-veg with vegetables, like a combination of anything like red meat and some vegetable, or doing combination with the vegetable. What happens? The fiber content in that vegetable cuts the bad fat and the cholesterol levels in the non-veg, and the consumption of the non-veg is also reduced by doing such type of combinations. So a person who cannot resist without non-veg, I suggest these combinations. Anyway, yoga is all about sattvic aharam, and I say no to red meat, give priority to the white meat, that is a fish. You can take more of white meat, that is fish is better, because it is good in essential fatty acids and omega-3 fats, which are good for the heart as well as for a diabetes patient if you are consuming non-veg. Other than that, for the good fats, I suggest more of flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, melon seeds. All these are the category, the nuts and oil seeds category, which are very good of essential fatty acids and good for the health, for a healthy heart. So here you can see the nuts and the oil seeds, which is the last category. So you can include as much of nuts and oil seeds as much you can in your diet, because they are rich in omega-3 fats, and they are also beneficial for a diabetic patient or for weight loss, and even to maintain a healthy heart. So as a dietitian, I give a suggestion to everybody that never rancidify the oils. So do you know what is the meaning of rancidify? Rancidify means just how much ever costliest oil you are using. It may be an olive oil or a cold pressed coconut oil or a cold pressed sesame oil. How much ever expensive it is. If you are not covering the lid of the oil properly, then what happens? The oil gets rancidified, and all the free radicals produced in that oil, and these free radicals get into our body, leading to cancers and again the metabolic diseases. And along with this, I also suggest that never reuse oil. So once you have fried that oil, do not again and again reheat the oil. For the second time or for the second use, you use it for just for a normal seasoning, or for some idli, or some for dosas or for rotis, instead of reusing again and reheating again and again. So kindly don't reheat the oil again and again. So include lots of nuts, and once again I'm suggesting stick to traditional oils. Stick to traditional oils, because traditional oil is very, very, very important, and genetically also we got accustomed to that. And I suggest that don't use refined oils, because most of the thyroid issues and the PCOD issues are because of uses of the refined oils. So kindly go for the cold pressed oils rather than sticking to these refined oils. And in this category of nuts and oil seeds, I suggest prefer more jaggery and a big no to sugar. Complete no to sugar. I say a complete no to sugar, because sugar is a white poison. And this is the most important nutrient, I say, that is fiber, the miraculous food, which is found in the whole grains, fruits, vegetables, whole nuts. Everywhere we find the fiber. Actually, there are different types of fibers, that is the soluble and the insoluble fiber, which is very helpful for the heart diseases. In maintaining the gastric emptying time is delayed by taking the soluble fiber. And also it is a very good for constipation and diverticulitis, because once there is a constipation problem, it leads to hemorrhoids, and hemorrhoids in turn leading to colonic cancers, which are very dangerous. And if there is a problem of constipation, all the toxins are staying in our body, and these toxins have the reversal action in our body, again leading to the lifestyle diseases or the lifestyle problems, or disturbing our metabolic issues issues. So see that every person or every individual has no problem of the constipation. So for to avoid the problem of constipation or diverticulitis or gas issues or GI issues, I suggest that surplus fiber is very, very important. And as per according to World Health Organization recommendations, 40 grams of fiber is recommended for 2000 kilocalorie diet. So my next natural doctor is water. So water is an elixir of life. We know that we need water for eliminating the toxins from the body, for maintaining the absorption, all the metabolic activities, the digestion, absorption, circulation, everything, and proper body temperature. We need water. So here is a suggestion for the water. So I say no to plastic water. Kindly avoid the plastic bottles. And encourage the earthen pots, because earthen pots are very helpful. I'll tell the reason why. And copper vessels, because they kill the harmful bacteria, and also very good for digestion. So every day, per day, glasses of water or 30 to 40 ml of water is recommended per kg body weight. Anyway, the water consumption patterns vary. It depends on the body requirement and other physiological conditions. For example, if a patient of dialysis condition, the water consumption is less. So the water consumption patterns vary depending on the environmental conditions and physiological conditions. But for a normal person, 30 to 40 ml is recommended per kg body weight. So I have gone with my first diet and water. So next I would like to say that current modern era, people have lost the patience to wait, and they are always finding for the quick fix solutions. They need a very quick fix solution. I got the pain, take a drug or take an antibiotic or take a tablet, and immediately the pain has to go. They have no patience to wait for the pain to be get relieved without any side effects. So here people are much depending on the antibiotics or the drugs. So even the World Health Organization has said that antibiotic resistance is one of the biggest threats to the global health, food security, and development today, and it is also having numerous side effects. So especially for children, we are giving a lot of antibiotics. So instead of sticking to these antibiotics and drugs and all, as a nutritionist, I suggest that let us go for the alternative therapies like yoga and diet therapy and other naturopathy and Ayurveda. So here is my study on antibiotic prescriptions for upper respiratory tract infections in children in a hospital, published in an international journal of chemistry. So now I would like to suggest there are natural antibiotics which are available for and cost effective and easily available in our kitchen. So here are the home remedies, I say, from a common cold to weight loss, even to the deleterious, dangerous lifestyle diseases. So they are none other than the spices. So here are the natural antibiotics or the drugs or the foods which we need not buy from a pharmacy, and they are nothing but they are the spices. So these spices include the pepper, azwain, cumin. Even in Tamil Nadu, the pipalli pepper, which is used a lot for the rasam, is really a wonderful spice, I must say. Even in the COVID also, Ayush has recommended a combination of all the spice kadha, which was very useful for boosting our immunity. So these spices help us in eliminating the toxins from our body, boosting our immunity. And as a dietitian, I say that first of all, you don't cross check the nutritive value, but rather than a nutritive value, you give priority to the health value of a food. So spices are the foods which have a very good health property and health value, I say, rather than nutritional value. Why? Because in health point of view, they are very rich rich in antioxidants, and they have numerous properties like anti-carcinogenic properties, lowering the cholesterol, anti-aging properties, eliminating the toxins, and eliminating the free radicals from our body. So lot of benefits are given by these spices. And even Ramakrishna sir has talked a lot about turmeric. Yes, definitely turmeric is really a miraculous herb, I say. And not only turmeric, even the best and the wonderful spice, I say, is star anise is one of the wonderful spices, and the cinnamon bark is one of the excellent spices again. And saffron is really a blessing to us, I say. And especially we Indians are blessed, I say, because our culinary preparations are so wonderful that we use lot of spices in our diet. And really I am very proud that we include lot of spices in our diet. So kindly continue the practice of using the spices, because really they have wonderful miraculous effects. And garlic is excellent remedy for cholesterol, for diabetes, for obesity, weight loss, for eczema, allergies, even for boosting our immunity. It is a wonderful this thing. And paprika, wonderful for the cancers, beating the cancers. It is an excellent. And cumin, that is zira, is wonderful for tummy flatting. So those who have the abdominal fat, they go for the cumin water every day morning. Really it is a wonderful practice, I say. And besides the spices, giving more importance to herbs. And once again I would like to remind, above all these foods, the first food when we come into this world is our mother's food, that is the breast milk. So breast is always the best, and the message of breast is best has been spread past so many years by the World Health Organization in association with UNICEF. And August 1st week is considered as the what is that okay, the breastfeeding week. And so the first immune food what we get, not only it is immunity, it includes lot of nutrients, lot of what is that fighting disease fighting components in it. So the breast milk is so wonderful, but the current generation is not giving much importance to the breast milk. So as a dietitian, or I suggest that to the new generation, that please give importance to the breast milk, because this is the first food we what we have immediately once we come into this world. And along with this, I suggest a lot of antioxidants, because antioxidant, so there are numerous oxidants, the free radicals produced in our body, which damage the cells and leading to cancers, and also leading to the lifestyle diseases. So antioxidants are none other than the vitamin A, D, vitamin C, vitamin E, selenium, zinc. So these are the best antioxidants which have role in health and disease. And above all, I would like to talk about vitamin D3. So this is also one of my studies which was published during the lockdown time. So I suggest a lot of sesame, that is the gingerly seed, is really a wonderful seed, because in lockdown we all were sitting at home, not getting exposed to the sunlight. So sunlight converts the inactive form of vitamin to active form of vitamin D3. But by consuming sesame and gingerly, what happens, directly we are getting the active form of vitamin D3. So this is actually this is a study and a suggestion given by National Institute of Nutrition. So I suggest to each and every individual, include lot of sesame and gingerly, or sesame laddu and sesame milk, so that it and also sesame milk is a very best remedy for the vegans in order to overcome the deficiency of calcium and vitamin D. So include lot of sesame in your diet. and because it is surplus in D as well as amino acids, which are very essential for a diabetic patient. Especially they need lot of good protein, good proteins, which is, and good fats which are available in sesame. And so I also suggest add more colors to your plate, that is red colored. The red colored foods like tomato and all, they include lot of lycopene, and they reduce the free radical damage and prevent the heart issues and prostate cancers. Nowadays we can see the prevalence of prostate cancer is increasing day by day, and these lycopene is also very essential for cell rejuvenation. So cell rejuvenation is very important because we are exposed to so much of pollutants and toxins. So these, by consuming these lycopene rich foods, cell rejuvenation takes place. So we can find them in pink grapes, tomato every day we use in our daily diet. So yellow colored foods are rich in xanthines and zeaxanthines and lutein and indoles, which prevent the inflammation in our body, and also they prevent cold, flu, and like nowadays we can see the migraine and sinus issues are more. So yellow colored foods very rich in yellow dals, all dals are yellow. So pumpkin, so all these are the foods very good for maintaining health. And orange colored, the carrots include lot of carotenoids and powerful phytochemicals, and also very beneficial for heart issues, and also they strengthen our immune system. And above all, these orange colored, like the pulses again, and orange colored carrots, pumpkin, papaya, and even egg yolk, orange colored, so they're also good for the vision. So green colored foods, they are rich in chlorophyll. So all the green leafy vegetables are very rich in calcium, iron, fiber. So they are very include a lot of greens. And white colored, like the onion and the garlic I said, so they include the allicin and the azonin compounds and the allium compounds, which are antimicrobial, that is antibacterial, antifungal, and antiviral, as well as they prevent heart diseases and cancers. The purple colored, like they include lot of tons of antioxidants. Purple color we use every day in our diet, almost all, that is the purple colored brinjal, and purple colored fruits are very beneficial in reducing and in eliminating the free radicals from our body. So here are these colored foods, just for representational purpose I have kept. The red colored include lot of berries, the watermelon and the tomatoes. The orange colored, that is the mangoes. Even yellow colored, the pumpkin, and here the yellow colored, that is the maize, and yellow colored capsicum, the purple colored grapes, you can see brinjal, you can see the green colored, all the green leafy vegetables are really wonderful. And you can see the white colored, yeah, banana comes under the white colored, which is very rich in potassium, and very rich in potassium, and a good fruit I say. Okay, so along with that, I also suggest some foods, that is the mood boosting foods, because I said sleep is one of the natural doctors. So to enhance our sleep and to enhance our mood, and also there are studies related to our mind and the gut. So chia seeds, we know all of you, they improve the mood and concentration. The sunflower seeds, the pumpkin seeds are very rich in vitamin E, selenium, magnesium, that is the antioxidants again. And the sesame seeds, already I have discussed about sesame. And saffron, which is a spice, an antidepressant, and cinnamon, basil, the tulsi is really a wonderful herb I say. Coriander is a wonderful herb again, every day we use in our daily diet. And all the nuts, that is the almonds, peanuts, walnuts, hazelnuts, and even a few cashews. Cashews is not recommended for all the health issues, only for a normal adult or for children I can suggest. But almonds and walnuts I can suggest for the heart issues and as well as for the diabetes. So they not only enhance, boost our mood or elevate our mood, also they help in maintaining the good fats in our body. So there is also interconnection between our good gut and the gut and the mind. So here is you can see the yin and yang food balance. So by this you can see the other side, that is, if the body is seriously imbalanced, we crave for the things in the extreme scale. So you can see when the body is imbalanced, we crave for sugars, coffee, and much of salt or the meat foods. Whereas if we have a balanced body, or everything is in balance, right thing, then definitely we prefer for the fruits, vegetables, nuts, and whole grains. So this is a yin and yang scale of the food and mood I wanted to show. So stress is one of the characteristics of the body that is excessively yang. So you can have a look over this chart and see that how much balanced is your body. So finally, before concluding, I would like to just recollect some few of our ancient and traditional food practices. As earlier I said that we have numerous, we are, okay, you don't follow a proper diet, no issue. But if you are following wrong practices, either in yoga or it may be in diet, that is the most important predisposing factor, I say, for all the health issues. So just here I'm reminding all the practices according to Sangam culture, Sangam literature, and the Sangam culture, that is nothing but the Tamil Nadu here. I have brought the Tamil Nadu culture here. So there are so many mannerisms. Just I would like to remind: don't go on an empty stomach, do not talk while eating, do not share your glasses. So all these are the words told to us by our ancestors or by our grandparents. Yes, definitely there is a scientific reason behind it, because not talking while eating, because it encourages mindful eating. Because what you are eating, you must know, you must enjoy your food, and you must enjoy the taste and encourage the taste buds. So while eating, your attention is diverted. If you are watching a television or a mobile, you're seeing a mobile, or you're talking or chit-chatting. So concentrate on the food you are eating. By doing this, what happens? You're not gulping it hurriedly, and second thing is you're taking time for chewing, and also proportion, how much proportion you're eating, you will become cautious. And discipline of time. Yes, discipline of time is very, very, very important, because we need to maintain we have to maintain that breakfast time or the lunch time and the dinner time. That time is that biological clock is very important. But nowadays what people are doing, they are keeping an alarm in their mobile, even to drink water. Are we animals? No, we are human beings. Don't we have that much of consciousness that when to have water and when to have the food? Why all these alarms? So I say that as a nutritionist, I say that become more conscious and cautious, and enhance your biological clock rather than depending on all these mobile gadgets. So who is this mobile to remind you to drink water? Encourage your senses, encourage your sensory organs to have the feeling of thirst and have the feeling of hunger. So here is one more beautiful traditional practices, that is, earlier days we used all these chakkis. Anyway, right now we don't have time in this fast moving world for all these things, but once in a while we can go for that. At least during our festivals, we can follow these things, and always try to have a fresh food, and cooking in earthen pots. Encourage cooking in earthen pots, because earthen pots are rich in calcium, phosphorus, and all the nutrients, and they balance the pH, and also they are very good to prevent cancers, because cancer is always cancer. We can reduce the chances of cancer by maintaining the pH balance, and give more priority to the traditional cooking methods like grinding, pounding. Okay, anyway, grinding, pounding we can't do, but at least steaming, boiling, and sun drying. Why I mentioned sun drying? Because people are more using the oven. So oven is a equipment, I say, very dangerous, leading to cancers and radiations, more dangerous than a mobile. So please opt for sun drying and traditional methods of cooking rather than depending on these faulty cooking practices. So here are the other things, like cooking in an iron vessel is really very good. Brass, earlier days they used, and wooden for storing the food. Anyway, right now we are not using wooden. Okay, gold and silver is gone. Just the older practices, what they did, I wanted to remind you. So instead of that, we can, instead of using plastic, please say no to plastic, and instead of using plastic, you can opt for steel or brass or wooden or glass for storing your food, as well as the vessels, copper vessels or the iron vessels you can use for cooking, and so that you overcome the toxins in the food. And also promote the mindful eating, that is engaging all the senses. Already I have told, avoid all these mobiles and watching television and all. So here is one more study on mindful eating, that is impact of electronic media on children and uses of media. So this is my study. And one more study on eating habits for children with autism. It was published in International Journal of Food and Nutrition. So here, these are the studies you can cross check on mindful eating, especially among children, and its side effects, how it is leading to obesity, and obesity again a predisposing factors in future for all the lifestyle diseases. So and encourage hand, I say encourage eating food with your hand. This is a part of our body. It also by eating food with our hand, we are powering the food. I think you all know that each finger is represented with the Panchabhutas, that is the thumb with the Agni, and the little finger with the water, and the middle three fingers either earth and the air are the middle three fingers. So all the Panchabhutas, the five fingers are representing the Panchabhutas. So by eating with the food with our finger, we are giving power to the food. And also sitting on the floor. So anyway, now we are using all the dining tables and all, but at least once in a while, or while you are sitting on your dining table or in your office, at least you sit cross leg, so that you prevent the problem of osteoarthritis, because osteoarthritis conditions is increasing day by day. And here is a physiological explanation for that, because the more the flexion, more the space, and less the friction, and lesser the friction, lesser the chances of the problem of osteoarthritis and arthritis. So these are the things we have forgot. So at least we can incorporate them once in a while, or we can try at least, I say, by doing these practices. Okay. And I can say mindful eating also helps in increasing blood circulation, promoting the chakras, and also by eating food sitting down also helps in digestion, and also reduces the risk for the diabetes. So one more thing I would like to remind. Anyway, this is a wonderful practice done in Tamil Nadu, that is serving the food in leaves. I did not say, but just I wanted to remind, there are so many leaves, that is lotus leaves, musa, that is a banana leaves, were very good in serving or cooking, even cooking, steam cooking in using the leaves. They have appetizing benefits. They stimulate the digestive fire, they remove the toxins, and they are very rich in polyphenols, which prevent the cancers and also many diseases. So you can see the almond leaf, the badam leaf has antibacterial, antifungal, and antiviral and antioxidant properties and anti-diabetic properties. The teak leaf maintains the vata pitta kapha doshas, and the jackfruit leaf has anti-helminthic and anti-diabetic properties and numerous benefits. The castor leaf elevates the vata dosha, and the turmeric again, so it has anti-carcinogenic and immunomodulating activities. So by cooking and serving practice we can do once in a while, at least during the festivals. It's not only the banana leaf, there are so many leaves having numerous phytochemical properties which in turn are helpful in maintaining the health and disease. So finally, one more message is not stocking up the meal for the whole day, because nowadays the big refrigerator has become a status symbol. People are trying to hold that is, what is it, French door, double door, 700 liters capacity of a refrigerator. Did ever our grandparents had the facility of a refrigerator? No. So that might be the reasons why they are so healthy. But nowadays what we are doing, just simply stuffing everything in the refrigerator, and people are what is that, reheating in the oven, and the nutritious food is converted into a poison, and that is taken again. So what is the use of eating all that poisonous food which is refrigerated, frozen, and again reheated in the oven and eating? So please kindly have the practice of cooking your meal, fresh meal, and do not stock up. And here are some wrong practices done by most of the individuals. That is, please kindly do not stuff the powders like chili powders, wheat, maida, rava, masala, tea, coffee powders, all these powder, because powder itself is a dry thing. Again, you are putting in the refrigerator and you are making it wet. So kindly do not keep the powders in the refrigerator. Pickles have the natural preservatives in it, that is the oil and the salt. So please avoid pickles in your refrigerator. Don't keep them. Sauces itself are a preservative, so kindly do not keep the sauces in your refrigerator. Bakery and bread products are dry. Again, you are making it wet by keeping in the refrigerator. And bananas, fruits like bananas, tomatoes, melons, and unripened fruits like mangoes, kindly do not keep in the refrigerator. And vegetables like potatoes and melons, onion and garlic, please avoid, don't keep it in the refrigerator. Oils, because oil itself is a liquid at room temperature, it becomes hard when you keep it in the refrigerator. Please don't do that. Honey is a natural food element, so kindly don't refrigerate the honey, and the nutritional properties and the benefits are gone by keeping refrigerating. Some of the herbs we are also keeping in the refrigerator. Don't do that. Open cans after opening, because it leads to microbial growth and also affecting the other foods. So please don't keep open cans, as well as the food should be tightly closed. So here is some list, and the list goes on actually. So these are the wrong practices most of the women they do at their home. So I request all the women, please don't keep all this stuff, and see that you keep few batters like idli and dosa batters, or something which is very immediately necessary, and use it within one day or half a day. Even the curries and the dairy products you can include. And one more thing, the sweets especially I would like to suggest. Most of them have the practice of keeping the sweets for months together in the refrigerator, especially the dairy sweets like the rasagullas and all. See, with the naked eye you cannot see the fungal growth or the microbial growth when you are refrigerating. Moreover, when you keep it in a room temperature, you can see the fungal growth. So you are eating it by refrigerating. Similarly, the Tirupati laddu, the laddu of Lord Venkateshwara, people are so crazy, they don't eat immediately, or they don't give it to people, and they refrigerate it for months together. So that laddu itself includes sugars and lots of ghee in it. So there is chances of growth of the bacteria and the microorganisms which cannot be seen by a naked eye. So you think that it is good, you think that it is not spoiled, but you cannot see with the naked eye. So I suggest that don't store the sweets for a longer period and try to eat fresh. So finally, here are some immune drainers. I would like to talk about a few of the drainers and few of the foods which lead to numerous health issues. One is that is the pollutants anyway from the food. Heavy metal contamination, that is mercury, lead, copper, cadmium, which is from the industries affecting the marine. That is the fishes are affected mostly due to heavy metals, and even lot of uses of pesticides and fertilizers also is one of the causes. And another one is the ripening agents. I would like to talk about this more. That is the calcium carbide and ethylene used for 90% of the bananas available in the market are artificially ripened, because the ethylene gas is used to ripen that bananas. And even the mangoes which come before the season are also artificially ripened by the calcium carbide. So this is a study done by me in my laboratory. And also kindly okay, I will give some solution to this. First of all, regarding these, see, you can see the calcium carbide, acetylene, ethylene, all these are the what is that the artificial ripening components used for the fruits, and how people are duped by the artificially ripened fruits. So as a nutritionist or as a scientist, I would like to give a solution to all of you that don't buy the fruit before the market, I mean before the season. Point one. Point two, you cross check that don't believe what looks beautiful outside is not nutritious. For example, a lemon you take which is very yellow and beautiful, uniform color throughout the fruit. It might be a lemon, or it might be a mango. If it is uniform in color, it means that some chemicals have been used to ripen it. So don't believe that. For a naturally ripened fruit, the color is not uniform, somewhere green, somewhere yellow. And third point is every fruit has got a sweet smell. So you smell while purchasing. If it has got that sweet smell, then it means that it is naturally ripened rather than artificially ripened. So this is the way how you take the precautions while buying the fruit. Without cutting it, you can know just with your naked eye. Point one. And point two is, anyway, we cannot escape, we cannot change the population, what they are doing, the artificial ripening, the pesticides, fertilizers and all, but we can minimize the effect of pesticides, fertilizers and the artificial ripening agents by washing them thoroughly. Point one. By washing them with the salt, by keeping them, draining them for a short period in a tub of water with salt. And next is by removing the peels, and by avoiding the peels, definitely we can overcome. And one more toxin I would like to talk is that is the aflatoxins. Aflatoxins are nothing but the black, green and the bluish colored components what are found in the peanuts. You can see in onions. You can see after going home, you see there is a black layer upon your onion, upon the garlic, and even the sweet corn. So this is aflatoxin is the most dangerous thing, causing to numerous metabolic issues and also cancers. So kindly thoroughly wash them and avoid them. Simply, this is a tip I say. And coming to heavy metals like mercury, lead, anyway, we take a filtered water, point one, or boiled water, point two. And point three, when you're taking fish or chicken or anything, kindly avoid the non-edible parts. Non-edible parts, like some people have the habit of eating skin, eyes, scales, everything they eat, liver, especially liver. So kindly avoid the organ mates like liver and skin, brain, eyes, these are the parts where the heavy metals get accumulated. So as a nutritionist, I suggest that if at all you are eating, kindly avoid that parts, because heavy metal contamination chances are there. Similarly with fruits and vegetables, try to avoid the peels, so that the heavy metal contaminations or the pesticidal and or the fertilizer contamination chances are lowered, and by thorough washing. And one more important point here I would like to emphasize is about monosodium glutamate, that is the China salt. So this is a salt which is added in each and every processed food and refined foods and all the packaged food. And so kindly avoid this, because this leads to renal issues. Most of the renal issues are because of this monosodium glutamate. So all these toxins are leading to what is that, neurotoxicity, nephrotoxicity, and hepatotoxicity. And one more is the acrylamide is a toxin I wanted to talk about, which you can see the picture down, that is the French fries which are deep fried, and the light colored French fries, and even the bread which is deep fried, I mean that is roasted. So it includes acrylamide component, which leads to cancers. So kindly avoid the fast foods, point one. And if at all you are eating bread, please don't reheat the bread again and again, because it leads to carcinogens like acrylamide. So kindly avoid the fast foods, because they are loaded with salt specially, and World Health Organization is recommending only 4 to 5 grams of salt per person per day. And here is my study I have done on fast food, salt content in the fast food meal available in the canteens in Visakhapatnam. So this is my study, you can go through. This is also published in Avinash Lingam Journal, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. So, okay, I'll end up this. So once again, especially with an aspect to metabolic syndrome, I'm suggesting kindly avoid trans fats, artificial sweeteners, processed foods, diet sodas. See, sodas and carbonated drinks are the things. See, we have to take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. But by taking the carbonated drinks, what happens? We are taking in the carbon dioxide. So kindly avoid the carbonated drinks. And refined sugars and refined carbohydrates. Now, much of alcohol, please avoid much of alcohol, and cigarette smoking. So finally, here is my diet plan I'm suggesting as a nutritionist, that is NO diet, which is no oil diet. So this diet I'm not recommending for daily basis, but for every 10 days, or for every fortnightly, or at least monthly once, you can follow this. So the concept of NO diet or no oil diet is not using at least a single drop of oil. So that is the reason. Actually, we need oil to our body. We need oil, we need fats for good cholesterol, and we need oil for the fertilization, because we can see a lot of infertility is there. Earlier days they had 10 children, so many children, but nowadays we can see one or none or no children, and youngsters are struggling a lot to bear at least one children, and spending lot of money on surrogacy and test tube babies. So we need oil, good oils for fertility and for the growth of the sexual hormones and for hormonal balance. So I'm not against oil, or I'm not against fats, but with an aspect to today's webinar, just I'm suggesting this no oil diet. So you can go through this no oil diet. Anyway, I'll be sharing the PPT. So here the concept is include more gruels, chutneys, and liquidy diets, steamed cooking, and boiling technique, and modakas, or the what is that we call. So all these without oil, definitely we can do it, and include plenty of water. And lunch, you can see, like I have also included the brown rice, millets, and I have included the chutneys which don't need any oil, and gruels which we can do it without oil, and a lot of liquids, And you can see the walnut laddu, which is a recipe done by me, which is very good for metabolic syndrome and also for heart issues. Walnut is very good. So no ghee, no oil, and no sugar. So just I have given some of the tips. You can take boiled egg, you can take lot of salads, and you can include raw diet also for this. So points to ponder in NO diet. You can see I have used a banana leaf for this is both for non-veg and veg I have kept. One is all the vegetables, lot of vegetables like carrots, onions, different variety of capsicum, zucchini. I have wrapped in a banana leaf, and I have used a steaming pot, and just it is steamed and it is marinated with a lot of spices. So definitely this is a wonderful recipe, I say. And here is a pamphlet fish. You can see the recipe. Pamphlet fish also I have marinated. I have not used a single drop of oil. Just I have wrapped it in a banana leaf, and I have steamed it for 10 to 15 minutes. So this can be as a part of your dinner, or you can choose it as a part of your lunch. So here are some points to ponder. You can follow this diet only once in a month. So finally, along with the no oil diet, once in a month you can also follow the liquid diets, the Mediterranean diets. Okay, I think. Okay, so here are the recipes. You can see all my recipes, the fiber rich diets. And finally, I say that along with the diet and yoga, also give importance to Ayurvedam, which includes lot of detoxification methods, that is the panchakarmas, and give importance to the prescriptions of lifestyle in yoga, that is achar, vichar, ahar, vihar. And here is a lifestyle plan given by me: no sugars, no carbonated drinks, no fried food, no fast food, early to bed and early to rise, and proper quality of sleep, balanced diet, walk for 10,000 steps a day, or spend time with family, go green, and meditate, yoga, and follow your hobbies. So this is a lifestyle plan finally given by me. And follow the prescriptions of yoga, lifestyle prescriptions of yoga: right achar, right vihar, right ahar, and right vichar. So thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Ma'am, can you see the questions posted in the chat box? One or two questions, kindly answer the participants so that we'll move on to the next session.
Okay, just I'll go through.
Yeah, one has asked diet for fibromyalgia.
Okay, ma'am, can I can I give my email ID so that I can answer
Yes, ma'am.
them?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Dear
Because
participants, the mail ID of the resource person is to be shared, and you can personally mail to that mail ID, and your questions will be answered by our beloved resource person. Since we are running short of time.
Yeah, so as I don't want to waste much time, so
Yeah.
I've gone very fast actually. So hope
Mail ID is in the chat box. Dear participants, you can note down the mail ID, please. Yeah. Shall we move on, ma'am?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Look before you leap. This is what commonly we all know as a proverb. And here our resource person has asked us to look before we eat. That is what she's insisting upon. And I would like to say, let us look before something. We have to look before we conclude. That means, Mangayarai Pirapadarke Nala Madhavam Seididal Vendumama. This is what quote we all remember when it comes to women. Generally, people, you can understand what is the meaning. I think though she belongs to Andhra, being by birth in Telugu, she's more fond of Tamil culture, and moreover, you can see looking like a Tamil women, belongs to Tamil Nadu. No one can say that she belongs to Andhra. With this, மங்கையாராய் பிறப்பதற்கே மாதவம் செய்திட வேண்டுமோமா. அப்படிப்பட்ட மங்கை இன்னைக்கு நமக்கு ரிசோர்ஸ் பர்சனா கிடைச்சிருக்கிறதுக்கு நம்ம நிறைய தவம் செஞ்சிருக்கிறோம் அப்படின்னு நான் நம்புறேன். Thank you, ma'am, for being the resource person of today's session. We were enlightened with more and more messages and advices from you. And this is the time for us to honor you. Kindly accept our a small certificate of appreciation, ma'am.
Thank you so much, madam. Thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. This is what we would like to honor you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And we have come to the concluding part of today's national webinar, this Yoga, the Panacea for Metabolic Syndrome. I'm so happy to propose the vote of thanks, being the organizing secretary. Nandri Marapadu Nandandru. Tinaithunai Nandri Seinum Panaithunayai Kolvar Payan Tariva. This is what the Tirukural says about thanksgiving. That means those who knows the value of the thanks, they will remember how small it is. It is not like even a millet, size of a millet. If the help rendered, it will be taken in the sense of palm tree. This is what the meaning we can have it. தமிழ்ல சொல்லணும்னா நம்ம செய்யற உதவி ரொம்ப சின்னதா இருந்தாலும், அதாவது திணை அளவு நன்றி நம்ம செய்தாலும், அதனோட பயன் தெரிஞ்சவங்க, அதனை உண்மையா அனுபவிச்சவங்களுக்கு அது பனை அளவா தெரியும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. சோ திணைத்துணை நன்றி செய்யணும், பனைத்துணையாய் கொள்வார் பயன் தெரிவர். அப்படிப்பட்ட உதவிகளை செஞ்சவங்களுக்கு தேங்க் பண்றதுங்கிறது முறை. At the outset, I would like to thank our beloved Vice Chancellor, who is known for the Bharatiya's words. நிமிர்ந்த நன்னடையும் நேர்கொண்ட பார்வையும் நிலத்தில் யாருக்கும் அஞ்சாத நெறிகொண்ட நடையும். இதுதான் அவங்களுக்கு பொருத்தமான வார்த்தைகளா இருக்கும். The Iron Lady who gave us permission and who always motivates and supports each and every one of us in the university to go ahead with our programs and readily accepting the requests and permitting each and every program to be conducted in the university. Thank you, ma'am. Coming to the registrar, a man who is known for his simplicity. Otherwise, we can say a simple living with high thinking. A man who is known for, a person who is known for simple living and high thinking. This is what in the morning, in welcome, before welcome itself, I have stated. Is very simple and humble, a man of high thinking also. Thank you, sir, for being with us to give the inaugural address, and who supported in all our endeavors, and who is going to support us in the forthcoming days also. Thank you, sir. I take this opportunity to thank our controller of examination, director, School of Distance Education, finance officer, who are the authorities of universities, who directly or indirectly helped us for this conduct of this webinar. I take immense pleasure to thank the resource person of today's webinar, Dr. G. Ramakrishnan sir and Rekha ma'am. I can say they are very good friends and well-wishers. Even sometimes they will become a mentor for me because they are very keen in my growth. Each and every step what I take, before letting me know themselves, they will inform me, madam, this is what you have done, and they are very keenly watching my progress and And then and there, they are updating me with the words of appreciation and motivation. I'm so fortunate to have people like you in my life. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you, ma'am. And I would like to thank my own professors, associate professors, assistant professors, medical officer, assistant librarian, sports physiotherapists, and guest lecturers of the great institution, Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University, and from various other institutions, my beloved mentors, well-wishers, teachers, friends, brothers and sisters, those who are having confidence on me, and those who believe me that I would excel in everything. A word of thank you to each and every one of you who motivated me. And without the participants, this program would not have been a successful one, because you are the key inspiring. When I have given the pamphlet or the brochure, I can see immediately, more than 200, 300 registering for the program. I'm so thankful to you all, dear participants. I'm so overwhelmed. From bottom of my heart, a heartfelt thanks to you all for being the participants of this one-day national webinar and having made this webinar a successful one. And then, a great support has been rendered by few members, technically and personally also. I would like to specially mention the name Dr. Uma Diliraj, Dr. C. Manoj, and Dr. Srinivas from TNPSU. All these three were together with me for the past 3 days, and they are taking care of each and every minute of the work, and from morning till 10:30 they are with me, and I'm very confident and I'm very cool because of them, and because of them only I'm able to conduct this program in a successful manner. A small thank you to 3 of you. Thank you, sister, and thank you, brothers. And I take a time to specially thank my beloved friend and colleague, Dr. V. Duraisamy sir, who always being beside me in giving his hand in all what I do, rendering his service, giving me today's welcome address for everything, who stands behind me and who is always with me in the department to help me in all aspects. A special thank you to you, sir. And I take this opportunity to thank my beloved guest lecturers, Dr. Uma Mageshwari and Subbulakshmi, who was very helpful in all my steps taken towards this thing, and my beloved students of Department of Yoga also. And if I would have forgot to mention anybody personally, it is not by intention. It might be because of I would have forget. So if it is you don't take it in a wrong sense, I would like to accept my thank you to each and every one of the soul who has been a part of this program. I'm very much thankful to each and every one of you. With this, as like madam has given lot of informations, and Ramakrishnan sir has given insight towards the metabolic syndrome. Now I think திண்ணிய நெஞ்சமும் தெளிந்த நல்ல அறிவும் நமக்கு கிடைச்சிருக்கும் அப்படின்னு நான் நினைக்கிறேன். பாரதியார் நம்ம கிட்ட அதை தான் கேட்டுக்கிட்டார். சோ திண்ணிய நெஞ்சமும் தெளிந்த நல்லறிவும் கிடைத்திருக்கும் என்று நம்பி, I'm just giving you only one thing. Put your heart, mind and soul into even your smallest acts. Whatever you do, let it be a small, a minute thing, let it be. But put your heart, mind and soul into even your smallest things. This is the secret of success, which will lead you to success in your life in all aspects. Let it be your health, let it be your profession, let it be whatever it may be, it is going to be this particular secret which helps you. That is, you have to be, each and everything what you do is with your heart, mind and in, with your soul, it can be possible. With this, I would like to say a big thank you to one and all. Again, a thank you from my bottom of the heart. Thank you, all of you.